cutest little parade of shakers up here. And today we're going to be working on our ticket. So this ticket I bought when I was doing a lot of circus stuff, and I don't have more of these to showcase. I've shared all of them at this point. But I bought this ticket when I was doing a bunch of circus stuff. I had a bunch of vintage circus tickets and all kinds of neat things. And so I bought this, and it ended up just being a really neat and fun shaker to be able to make. So I've got the Admit one. It doesn't always say Admit one. You might have one that just says tickets or carousel or something like that. So it'll be some kind of tickety kind of thing. And then this one, just like the cupcake can be, cupcake can be a card. This is the same. It can be a card or it can be just a shaker, depending on what you want to do. Obviously, if you're making it into a card, you're not going to cut it. You're going to just go ahead and, or you're not going to fold it, you're just going to go ahead and cut it. However, I have also used this one as a really good bag topper because it just like functions beautifully as that. It's the right shape, the right size as a bag topper. Sorry, I don't have any of my burnishing tools down here. Once again, I'm using my art glitter glue, and I don't make any money by sharing that. I just want people to be successful with the things that they make, and I found art glitter glue to be the most reliable glue product for me with making shakers because they stay together. So I'm gonna unfold it because I don't want to have to deal with that the whole time with it like popping up. So you have one full piece. You're going to go ahead and just glue that down. Some of the ones that I made for the kits do have pictures and stuff on them, so you will want to consider how much shaker you want to put in there. I obviously put the full tube into the kit, but you know, it's on you to decide what you want to do with it in reality. I want to do it like this so that I get that little pink point coming down at the top. I like that. And I want to line that up so that all of my little cuts align perfectly. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. My dog is bored because I'm doing this, so she is outside wreaking havoc in the neighborhood, barking at nothing. Like nothing, literally nothing. She's out there being noisy. To have a schnauzer living with you means that you herald the neighborhood frequently. The funny thing was, when we first got her, we trained her to not just be a noisy dog. We didn't want a dog that was barking all the time. That's annoying. And then my mom moved over here, and she has my dog's mother, and she's a really barky dog. She was abused. She was in a puppy mill and was ignored, and so she just has some bad habits and didn't have the best start in life. And in fact, that's how we ended up with my dog is, oh, I'm going to go ahead and put my shaker bit, or no, actually I'm going to let that sit while I go ahead and do this. They were going to get my dog's mother spayed, and they opened her up and she had puppies in her, and they were like, do you want to let them finish baking? And my mom and dad said, yes please. So they put them back in, and then a few weeks later, she ended up having 5 puppies, and we got the runt, which is my little Freddie Sparkles, and she's 10 years old now, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, when my dad passed away and my mom moved over here, she brought her dogs, and so her dogs come over all the time, and like I said, they were abused, and we call them rescues. Even though my parents paid for them, they rescued them from like a pretty sad situation. But my dog picked up that habit of barking, and now she barks all the time. And I blame her mother. Your mother trained you to bark like that. Really, it's okay, you know, like she should be allowed to use her voice a little bit. We just don't want to have an annoying dog in the neighborhood, and she's not that. Admit one. just like always, you have options. You don't have to use the words. Sometimes it's nice to add the little sentiments on there. Just adds something. I don't know why that is. It's kind of interesting to me. Like, it doesn't look done sometimes until I put words on it. And I'm like, what? Why is that? Why is it that we need these words on here? I think it just gives it a different kind of purpose and intent. And that feels good to our human nature. Okay, so that's all poked out. Now I need to put it together. I was like, no, I can put, no. Now I need to finish gluing these guys. If you bought the kits, I hope you're having fun putting these together, and I hope that you feel like it was a decent value. I just thought when I first started crafting, like, it was insurmountable to think about collecting not just like the paper to create things, you know, the raw materials, but also to get the dyes and to get all of the sequins that it requires to like make it have diversity, not just like one kind of sequin in there. So I thought it would be kind of fun to put this together for people who might just be starting their journey of crafting, or maybe they just don't have these particular dyes and they wanted to make these ones. Or I also think this makes a great gift for somebody. Like, I would have loved to receive one of these kits as a gift. I think it's a pretty cool thing. So anyway, if you bought one, I'd love to know how it's going for you. You can leave it in the comments, because that's fun. It's fun for me. It's fun for me to find out who's digging my creations. Not that this is my creation. I mean, it's just, I just did the cutting and the color choices. All right, because I don't have a photo or picture in the back there, I'm just gonna dump it all in there. I'm just gonna make it really nice and full. And now I can make a whole new sequin mix with my little vial. That was a problem for me when I first started crafting, keeping things like that. Oh my gosh, I received something like that and like go into this bin that I had that was called packaging, and it was just full of like all the packaging that I was getting from all these different products I was buying and keeping it all because I wanted to repack. Tamara, you don't need to be doing that. I mean, to some extent, yes, but to have all that random stuff around just builds up. Okay. Acetate, wipe it on the t-shirt. Done. I remember one time I was making a whole bunch of these, and I actually went through and just trimmed off of the acetate. I trimmed all the little bites because I didn't want to have to accidentally mess something up. So if you want to, I didn't like the idea of them sticking out weirdly when it was all finished, like if it didn't line up just perfectly, and so I remember chopping those off. She's done. We're not quite done. I've knit one. Scusi. Obviously, I need to refill this a little bit. I love it when I go through and I just refill all of my glue bottles and everything is so fresh and right now, I've had all my glue bottles for a really long time and it's time for me to buy new ones, but I keep not doing it. Knit. Nothing! Oh goodness. Knit. Make sure my angles are the same. She's cute. I like her. And like honestly, when you look at these and you compare like this one and you notice that like having that little extra, the honey stick, having that little jar topper, having the bees and the sentiment and the honey dripping, and then you compare it to this one, which is still really cute, but you go, that would be cute with a little extra something. So these, oops, oh, No. Started sliding around. Touching it too much. So these are not like in their finished state. Like you can continue to add things to them. So thank you so much for crafting with me today. I hope you have a gorgeous time playing with your own shakers. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.